Welcome everyone to Possible Bounce Shots. So just remember with all of these, this is just a, I think, it looks like this might line up kind of a thing. So I'm not going to make this where it's going to be super like 100% this is going to be a bounce shot. I want you guys to go and try it. You know, definitely put in the comments down below if there's any that I possibly missed. But yeah, so let's jump into this. If you haven't checked out the other videos for the middle Dorito side and the snake side, be sure to check those out as well. So let's look here. So I wanted to zoom up a little bit so that way we could get some better angles. So let me see, can I, ooh, it does work. Okay, cool, all right. Let me change this color so that way it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. So I think here and here is gonna be possible. I think that might be, does it follow? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of playing around with it. So I think bouncing off this can, if they're hanging out, it could be something that that possibly works. Another one from here is possibly from there. Stay. And off here into the middle. So this is another one that could be, again, I'm not saying that it's 100%, but those look like they could be pretty decent. If we look at, this one's definitely gonna be tough. So from this back center, I don't know that this one's gonna be real, well, possibly, but bouncing off from there into that can, you know, that could definitely be something that's possible, but you wanna, again, just double check. This is all just, hey, I think that this might be something. There was one that I saw off here. Where were you? Let's move. Yeah, so from either the tower, back up a little bit, you might even be able to sneak it in. Ooh, okay. All right, so these are definitely ones that you want to try. So I'll do it from here first. So off this pin, and then from here into this snake too, possibly. From the tower, I think you can probably get the same bounce shot going into that snake two, or sorry, snake three. So you can see the bounce would be coming across into here. I don't think there's going to be much that's going to be bouncing across that way. So just something to be aware of, that if you start hearing this pin get shot and you're in that snake three, you might need to adjust and either lay down or just figure something out. Let's look here. So I can change the size too. This is fun. All right, so this one is probably not going to be as effective. I think from here, you know, bouncing into either the back center or maybe into this brick, that's going to be a harder bounce to get. This would be if someone's running up, that, you know, if they're staying low, that you could maybe bounce it off into them. But it's just, this is not one that I would say like, yeah, definitely go and do that one for sure. So that is some stuff from the back center that I'm seeing. So just so you guys know, what I'm trying to look for is just the angles and the shape of the bunkers. So how is it that I could, you know, kind of manipulate a shot based on that? So another one that I was seeing is skipping it off the tower and maybe going into your mirror. I think if they're tucked off and they're shooting into this zone, you're probably not gonna be able to get them. So I wouldn't take that as a guarantee, but maybe they kind of put you in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna keep going with this. My camera decided that it wanted to overheat. So yeah, so pulling off from that Aztec, I think you might be able to sneak some shots in, but I wouldn't take that as, again, a guarantee. Guarantee. All right, so there was another one that I had seen that might be possible, and it was from here. So from here, this one might be bouncing too high, but off of the Dorito into the Aztec, I think is going to be something that could be possible. The other thing is that I think that the Aztec is going to be able to shoot off here, but I don't know if it's going to be bouncing too high into the little wedge here. So I wouldn't take that as, again, a huge guarantee for that to work. Definitely off of, let's see, where was it? I think in the middle here, you're gonna have to be careful of bounce shots coming off, definitely here. So this is one that, from there, it might be from that Dorito, it might be from this Dorito, probably more the Dorito 1, and possibly, it might be too close, but maybe the tower as well. So just being aware of that. I think if you kind of lay down, you should be relatively safe. It's not 100%, but I think you'd be relatively safe from some of those bounces that are coming in. Again, this is not a end-all be-all for bounce shots. I'm just kind of looking around and seeing. So again, whenever you're looking, definitely at practice, please do this at practice. You want to look and see, could that maybe work? And just try it. Like it's better to try it and it doesn't work than to not try it and then it's something that you should have been doing. So you definitely want to make sure that you're looking out for that. Let's see if I can find any others. So yeah, actually, you know what? That's a couple that you can get started with. I think that there's going to be a whole bunch more. Clearly, that's always the case. There's always going to be more that you end up missing when you first look at the layout. So while you guys are looking, just look at those angles. Like the only reason why I was seeing some of these is that I'm seeing like, oh, well, if I skip it off there, it's probably going to go into here. Or actually, you know, skipping off here can go into there. Could it be something, you know, you go and try it and maybe one or two go in and it's like, it's not that big of an issue. There's been some that I've tried and like 5 go into the person. So those are the ones that you know 100% are going to work fantastic. So you really want to make sure that you're on the lookout for those. Like this one, I'm actually seeing this right now. So from here, let me just do this while I'm here. Off there, going into here. Now, what also could maybe is from the tower off this little Dorito, at least into that zone. So it would be something that you could maybe shoot off into there. So yeah, that's definitely another one that I didn't even think of. So I'm gonna stop it here just because there's definitely gonna be more. Like for sure, you go down this this snake side, I'm sure that you would find some more. But my camera's probably gonna overheat and you can spend hours looking for bounce shots. So I'm gonna call it a day on that one. But put in the comments down below, what's another one that could maybe work? What's something that, you know, is there one that, oh, I'm just seeing one right here. See? This is what I mean. All right, this is the last one and then I'm gonna be calling it. From this outside of the snake, off the inside of this tower, could maybe skip into here. That could be another one. Maybe even from here, I know my lines are really bad right there. Could maybe skip off and go into that, that brick. So that could be another one. All right. I'm done. So put in the comments down below, what are some more that maybe I missed, maybe some that you saw, or maybe you've even tried and you wanted to go ahead and share that. But yeah, so watch the other videos if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys at the event, and I'll see you in the other videos, and watch, learn, win. Thanks.